Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna make a delicious seafood lalo. This time I do have on my channel where I used the fresh ones, leaves, but I wasn't able to get my hands on it, but I found these dry ones which will work just as well, and they're organic, which is a plus. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this bag, put them in some water, and we're gonna soak them I would say for a few hours, okay? But I mean, you can soak them overnight, but I'm just gonna soak them for a few hours before I cook them. And what I'll be cooking them with is some crabs, and I have some shrimp, and I also have just a little bit of conch just to give it a little flavor. And as you can see, there's a little steam coming from my conch because I put a little bit of my Epis in it, and I let it boil for about 30 minutes because conch takes a while to cook. So I want to make sure my conch is cooked in this dish, okay? So let me allow this to soak, and then I'll come back and show you how I put everything together. All right, this has been soaking for about 6 hours now. The sun is about to set, so I want to go ahead and get this video out the way. Okay, it's nice and soft, it's hydrated, and this is why you soak it in the water, because remember, the leaves are dry, they need to be rehydrated. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove it out of the liquid, well, the water. Before I do that, let's go ahead and season our seafood. I'm going to use fresh lime juice. I'm going to use my Epis, just a little bit more. I'm going to add some garlic powder, and I'm adding enough seasoning to this, so this way once I put the leaves in, so it can also flavor the leaves, okay? I'm using seasoning salt. I'll put adobo. Well, this one is almost done. I'm gonna just put the whole thing in there. Okay. I'm gonna add some of my chicken paste. Let's get some black pepper in here. And you can season this however you like. No big deal. Okay. That should be good. Add just a little bit of oil, like that. And that's extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to take my few pieces of conch in there, and we're going to give this a mix. All right. Once it's nice and mixed, there's no need to allow this to marinate. I'm not going to add the shrimp in right now because shrimp do not take a long time to cook. So we're going to add that towards the end. Once everything is nice and cooked, then we'll add the shrimp and let it cook for about a couple of minutes until the shrimp is done. To our pot, I'm using the same pot that I cooked our conch in, so I didn't clean it or anything because there's no need, because I'm going to put the conch back in here. So let's go ahead and add our seafood, our crab. And this is, I don't know if I mentioned, this is only for my husband and I, so if you notice, I don't have a lot crab or conch. The conch is just for a little bit of flavor. Okay, so our shrimp is here. Let me get this other crab. Get all this out. Okay. Make sure I don't have any more. Okay, so I'm gonna allow this to, we're gonna put this towards the end, okay? So we're gonna just let this sit on the counter. Okay, so make sure you remove the majority or all of the water if you can. It's gonna feel kind of slimy, but that's fine. And the key to this is to not add any liquid, okay? It's gonna cook with the steam. It's a nice amount in that bag. Okay. And I'm gonna also add some baby spinach. Okay. And I'm more interested in the leaves once it's cooked. I mean, the seafood do not interest me. It's just for flavoring. My husband would eat the seafood. Okay. And you could cut your spinach. These are baby and they're pretty soft, so what I will do is just take some of the flavor from our Epis and put on here like that. And I'm gonna also add just a little bit of fresh sour orange, not a lot. Okay, that should be good. And the key to this dish is to make sure it is steamed. Okay, so I have my stove on high, just allowing our pot to get hot. Then I'm going to turn it down to a number 2 and allow it to cook on that medium low heat. Okay, I'm going to use some parchment paper because I don't use aluminum foil on the top. And then you have to find a lid that fits perfectly, because you want to trap in all of the steam. Like I said, the steam is what's going to cook this. I just like to roll the parchment paper like this, just in case, my granddaughter's walking by, so she wouldn't be able to pull the paper and get herself burnt. And also it helps to trap in some more steam. Okay, so we're gonna allow this to cook for about an hour to an hour and a half. Then I'll come back and show you what I do. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Let me grab. All right, see, no water in here. It cooked down. Smells amazing. Wow. So what I'm going to do now, it smells so nice. All right. Do you see our conch? It has a nice color to it, and we didn't even give it color. Okay. So don't worry about the color. It's going to be perfectly fine. So now I'm going to add my shrimp in, because we're going to allow this to cook maybe for about 15 more minutes. I'm going to also add some thyme and some parsley. I'm going to add some butter. And this is the time you want to taste it. And if you need to adjust your flavor, go ahead and do so. All right, our lalo should be cooked. I turned my stove off. I thought I was recording. For some reason, it stopped. The last part where I add the shrimp in, all I did was stir it up and I taste it, adjust the flavor, and allow my shrimp to cook for about 15 minutes in here. And let's see what it looks like. Guys, that is absolutely gorgeous. Here is our lalo. Guys, do you see this? I just want to give you a closer look. It is absolutely delicious, very tasty. You can enjoy this, like I said, with any side dish. Guys, it is amazing. If you don't eat meat, this is a must-try recipe. Until next time, like, comment, do not forget to subscribe.